Hello, and welcome to Wise Words for Today. Now, if you've been watching any of my content either here on YouTube or on social media, you'll know that I absolutely love wisdom quotes because they were the catalyst on my transformational journey of awakening. I don't just want to hear these quotes or read them and think, oh, isn't that amazing and inspiring? We want to actually apply them in our daily life. We want to live by these words of wisdom. It's one of the best ways to do that is to get these words into you. This is spiritual nourishment, which we need every day. And the best way to do that is to memorize them, hide them in your heart, and they can become a very real supply to you throughout the day. But don't worry, this isn't going to be boring, difficult, and tedious memorization. On the contrary, we're going to keep it short, sweet, and completely delightful. Today's Wisdom by Heart is by Wu Hsin. Be still, and the chattering monkey becomes quiet, not by force, but by disinterest. Be still, and the chattering monkey becomes quiet, not by force, but by disinterest. Now, we all know what it's like when the mind won't stop, don't we? Yes, we're all very familiar with an overactive mind, with thoughts bouncing around, chattering away, distracting us from what we want to do, and always demanding our attention, our precious attention. You may have tried controlling them, you may have tried stopping them, but neither of those things work very well, do they? Wu Hsin offers us a much wiser way, a much more effective way of dealing with these bothersome thoughts. Today we want to direct our attention to these words of wisdom and interact with them in a new and empowering way. So let's unpack this quote a little bit. The first step is to be still. You notice yourself getting caught up in your thoughts, getting worked up, feeling bothered inside, feeling the disturbed energies, stressed, anxious, worried. You know very well when you're caught up in your thoughts. So when you notice that, immediately you can be still. Being still doesn't mean stopping the thoughts. Being still means recognizing and acknowledging the stillness that lives within you. And the easiest way to do that is to take a conscious breath. This is something you can do wherever you are, in any place, at any time. Even if it's only for a few seconds, be still. Recognize the stillness within you, and the chattering monkey becomes quiet. This is all about your attention. As long as you're giving your thoughts your attention, they're going to keep demanding more and more of it. They're going to get louder and louder. But when you become still for a moment and focus on your breath going in and out, when you use your breathing as your anchor, the chattering monkey becomes quiet. When you focus on your breathing, you can't focus on your thoughts at the same time. So focus on your breathing. And don't worry if the chattering monkey keeps coming back or doesn't go away completely. You're learning a new skill. So give yourself some time, some patience to practice coming back to your breath as your grounding presence. Practice shifting your attention from being caught up in the mind, from being caught up in all those thoughts, to coming back to the miracle of your breath, your life-sustaining breath that we take for granted, don't we? Be still, and the chattering monkey becomes quiet. Not by force. The chattering monkey doesn't become quiet by force. Here's where we can see the futility of trying to force our thoughts in a certain way. Thoughts are beyond our control most of the time. When you're trying to force your thoughts in any way, it's using up a lot of your energy. This can get really tiring. Remember, the chattering monkey becomes quiet not by force. Remember these words, not by force. When you find yourself efforting your way to peace, we try all sorts of things, don't we? Then be still. And remember, the chattering monkey will become quiet, but not by force. Sometimes, the harder we try to force the peace, the quiet, the silence, the noisier it becomes, the worse it gets. You know, what you resist persists. It's so true, isn't it? I mean, just imagine trying to climb up one of these trees and catch a monkey and trying to restrain it. This is a picture of what we're trying to do with our thoughts sometimes. Instead of the way of force, Wu Hsin is presenting to us the way of freedom. Be still, he says, and the chattering monkey becomes quiet. Not by force, but by disinterest. Disinterest. Now, up until now, you may have been rather interested in your thoughts. Now, we're going to practice not being interested in them. Because ultimately, this is the most powerful thing you can do, to be disinterested in your thoughts. All this time, you've been giving them your attention, and they've been bothering you. But guess what happens when you become disinterested in them? You no longer give them that valuable attention of yours. You might get lost in them temporarily, but sooner or later, you'll remember that they're not worth your attention, and that you're changing your relationship with them and becoming disinterested. Without your attention, they lose their power. They lose their strength and their hold over you. And this is how you begin to experience true freedom. Freedom from a mind that constantly deceives itself. Now, some thoughts may be worth your attention. Thought is a wonderful gift, actually. But we do want to discern which thoughts are worthy of our attention, don't we? And certainly ruminating on things that have happened in the past and worrying about things that may happen in the future usually isn't worth our attention. When you follow Wu Hsin's advice and heed his words, when you become still and disinterested in your thoughts and the chattering of your mind, something really amazing and wonderful happens. You'll find that you're able to tune into something different, a quieter voice, your inner voice of wisdom. Let yourself see the thoughts like monkeys Let them chatter. Let them jump around. But notice, without your attention, they settle. Now turn your awareness to your breath, or the warmth of your body on the chair, or the wind outside your window. This is stillness. Be still, and the chattering monkey becomes quiet, not by force, but by disinterest. Be still, and the chattering monkey becomes quiet, not by force, but by disinterest. After I created this video, I discovered that the correct pronunciation is actually Wu Hsin, and that we're not sure if he actually ever existed.